You think you know SpongeBob. You grew up with him. You laughed when Squidward's nose wobbled like jelly, or when Patrick's brain was just a jar labeled mayo. But there's an episode that does something no other one ever dared. It's called Random Land, Season 12, Episode 21 if you want to track it down. But trust me, you don't want to just watch it. You want to dissect it, because what it reveals is darker, funnier, and way more unhinged than anything you're gonna see on the surface. And once you see it, you'll realize Random Land isn't just another goofy SpongeBob misadventure. It's basically the show's entire haunted attic, full of rejected storylines, psychological horror, and creepy existential threats to your favorite squid. It all starts with a phone call that should have been the end of the episode. We start, like always, at the Krusty Krab. Squidward's at the register, ignoring life. SpongeBob skating around on ice skates inside the kitchen, like OSHA doesn't exist underwater, and Mr. Krabs is probably in his office sniffing cash. Then the phone rings. "Delivery to Random Land, please." Squidward immediately goes, "Nope, nope, nope," says it's practically a death wish, because apparently delivery boys who enter Random Land never come back. Not don't come back on time, but literally never return. Lost forever. Possibly mutated into worms. Squidward's reaction? Mild horror. Mr. Krabs' reaction? Cha-ching! So SpongeBob and Squidward get sent into what's basically an interdimensional Bermuda Triangle. Because of course, Mr. Krabs cares more about profit than safety. Now here's where the rules of SpongeBob's universe just snap like stale kelp. How do you get to Random Land? SpongeBob asks. The delivery fish tells him, you just walk around randomly. That's it. That's the portal. There's no magical rock, no time machine, no undersea wormhole. You just walk around like your brain's full of scrambled eggs, and then, suddenly, physics turns inside out. Which is exactly what SpongeBob does. He throws on a grass skirt, where did he even get that, does a dance, and vanishes. Squidward, mocking him, tries it. Poof, gone too. They didn't enter Random Land by accident. Random Land is basically summoned by random behavior itself. If that's not a big neon clue that this place runs on rules we've never seen before, I don't know what is. So what's Random Land actually like? Oh, buddy. It's like your childhood cartoons got scrambled in a glitchy video game. That's Random Land. Buildings bend sideways. Squidward's clarinet-shaped head literally stretches like it's made of dough. A bird with human teeth grins at them. There's a clown creature wearing a sack over its head who births them out of an egg. Yup, that happens. And sprinkled all over are lost delivery boys, just wandering, trapped there forever, still clutching cold Krabby Patties, hoping someone will sign their slip so they can go home. So let's get this straight. Delivery guys keep vanishing into Random Land and the town does nothing? No rescue mission? No missing posters? No emotional vigil with candles and soft acoustic guitar? They just keep sending more workers in like it's fine. If that's not the most capitalist horror ever written into a kid's cartoon, I don't know what is. But then the episode turns from haunted funhouse to Squidward's personal exorcism. SpongeBob's chasing down a bizarre flying creature who steals their Krabby Patty bag. He's determined to complete the delivery because SpongeBob treats Krusty Krab rules like the 10 Commandments, while Squidward mostly screams that he wants to go home and hide under a weighted blanket. They finally corner the bag thief, who turns out to just want the paper bag for a hat. Classic SpongeBob anticlimax. But the chase triggers a fresh nightmare. Doors start popping up everywhere, like pop-ups on your grandma's old computer. And every time Squidward opens one, he finds another terrifying version of himself. There's a claymation Squidward that looks like he was made by a 6-year-old using chewed bubble gum, one that's all static-eyed and looks half dead, another that's just horrifying beyond description. So let's pause. What the jellyfish is Random Land actually? They say it's just a neighborhood in Bikini Bottom, but come on, does this look like any neighborhood you know? No street signs? No houses? No logic? It's not a place, it's more like a mood, a dimension that bends itself to whoever enters. SpongeBob acts weird, it plays along. Squidward stays rational, the whole place breaks. Every time Squidward opens a door, he doesn't just see something random, he sees a version of himself, distorted, exhausted, broken. And the only way they find the right house? Squidward finally stops overthinking and knocks at random. That's not chaos, that's targeted chaos. This place isn't just weird, it knows you. Randomland is like a haunted mirror maze, but instead of your reflection, it shows the stuff you try to forget. Dropped storylines, bad memories, fan theories that got too real. It's like someone dumped every half-baked SpongeBob idea into one messed up sandbox and let it mutate. Remember the Idiot Box episode? SpongeBob and Patrick sit in a cardboard box making explosions with their mouths. Full imagination mode. Squidward tries it and hears nothing because he can't let go. He can't pretend. Randomland works the same way. It runs on imagination, but twisted by fear, anxiety, and all the stuff Squidward buries deep down. That's why it latches onto him. It knows him better than he knows himself. And then there's that sinister twist, Roger. After all this chaos, they finally track down the customer, Mr. Krabs, or so they think. They run to him, relieved, hoping for some normalcy. But when he turns around, the name's Roger. I walked all the way from 86 Screwball Street to complain about my delivery. Not Mr. Krabs, but he looks exactly like young Krabs from the SpongeBob movie. Same face, same build, same goofy teenage grin. Why? Because Roger might not be a separate person at all. He might be a lost fragment of Mr. Krabs. Think about it. What does Roger care about? Not the patty, not even the taste. He wants the delivery, the transaction, the process he never got. This could literally be some part of Krabs' psyche that wandered into Randomland years ago and got stuck, replaying his one unsatisfied desire over and over. When they finally hand off the patty, everything resets, like the glitch got patched. Roger's loop ends, the world breathes out, and the portal back home opens. So Randomland doesn't just trap people, it traps unfinished business. And this ties into the creepiest cameo in SpongeBob history. Among all the twisted Squidwards behind those doors, one stands out like a corpse at a birthday party, the Red Mist Squidward. If you don't know this legend, congrats on having a healthier YouTube feed than I did as a kid. Red Mist is a creepypasta from the bowels of the internet, a lost episode where Squidward becomes so consumed by failure and depression that it ends badly. Let's just say Nickelodeon never aired it, but the internet kept it alive in horrifying fan art, edgy memes, and disturbing videos. Now here it is, canonized, behind one of those Randomland doors, just waiting, sunken eyes, static leaking out of his face to be noticed. That's not just a wink to internet lore. That's basically SpongeBob's creator saying, yup, we know about your darkest fan theories, and they live here now. Which also means Randomland isn't just fueled by Squidward's fears or SpongeBob's imagination. It's where the show's entire dark collective unconscious goes to rot. Every scrapped idea, every abandoned horror subplot, every strange character from 25 years of SpongeBob's history, all dumped in one glitchy wasteland. And here's the most brilliant and unsettling part. Randomland doesn't exist unless someone powers it up. No random walking, no dimension, no emotional chaos, no nightmares. It's basically a shared hallucination, or worse, an addiction. That's why the delivery boys never return. They didn't just get lost, they got absorbed, body and mind, into the endless what-ifs, into the random. That's why you see fused delivery fish monsters, or clowns giving birth to Squidward. It's not just weird for laughs, it's the physical manifestation of people being overwhelmed by something they can't process. Meanwhile, SpongeBob is fine, because SpongeBob's entire existence is Randomland. He thrives on pure chaotic optimism. Nothing in there has power over him. He's so comfortable with nonsense that the nightmare dimension literally can't latch onto anything. So what is Randomland really? It's a place made out of failed characters, corrupted timelines, half-finished SpongeBob plots, internet creepypasta, and every ugly subconscious impulse the show ever had. It's the ultimate sandbox, but also a haunted graveyard. And by the end, Squidward isn't just running from monsters, he's running from the parts of himself he can't accept, the ambitions he never fulfilled, the horrifying possibility that somewhere deep down, he's afraid he could become one of those distorted versions of himself. When the episode ends, they might have delivered the patty, but they also left a door wide open, because now we know Bikini Bottom doesn't just have goofy jellyfish fields or boating schools, it's got literal psychic landmines. And if Random Land exists, how many other dark, twisted corners are waiting to be triggered by SpongeBob's hyperactive mind or Squidward's quiet misery? So next time you hear someone say SpongeBob's just a silly cartoon, show them Random Land. Watch their face change. And if you're brave enough, keep digging, because there's another episode where the entire town gets replaced by hollow-eyed imposters, and it might be even worse than Random Land. But that's for another day. Hit subscribe and bring a flashlight, because the deep sea gets weird.